Hello and welcome to the howtosetup.joomla.com video tutorial on how to install Joomla 1.5 via the web installer. For the purposes of this tutorial, we are assuming that you have already uploaded the Joomla files to your web server and that you have created a MySQL database and MySQL username and password. I'd like to ask you to browse to the URL of the web server where you plan to install Joomla. In our case, this is findjoomla.com. And you'll notice on first visit you'll be presented with the web installer. Our first task is to choose a language. You'll notice there are over 40 languages currently supported by Joomla, with more being added every month. We will choose English United States and click Next. The next screen is the pre-installation check. This is to ensure that your server meets the minimum requirements for Joomla. You'll see PHP has to be better than 4.3, zlib compression, XML support, MySQL support, MB support, and you'll notice here it says configuration.php writable, and it says no. This is one of the most common sort of red flags on the pre-installation check, and we're actually going to leave it as no, because we can still continue the installation, but at the end we will manually create the configuration.php file and upload it to the server. You'll also notice that some PHP settings must be made. These are all here, and if everything's a go, it'll show up in green. If you do have to make some changes, please refer to your hosting provider's FAQ section or send support an email, and then you can just click check again once you've made those changes to ensure that everything is a go. We're then going to next. Next is the license page. Very important. This is the GNU General Public License. This is an open source product. This means Joomla is free of charge use for either non-commercial or commercial ventures. Please do take the time to read the license, however, especially if you're using it for commercial purposes, to ensure that it meets your company's policies on licensing. Once you're satisfied with the license, you can click Next. And we're going to get to the hard installation, the database configuration. So the database type is always going to be MySQL here, and the host name generally will be localhost. What this means is that your database resides on your web server. 99% of all hosting providers offer this functionality with their virtual private servers, the VPS servers, and their dedicated servers. Some shared hosting providers will have the databases located on another machine, and they'll generally give you that information in your welcome email. So host name is localhost. Our username in this case is findjoomla007, and our password is private, and our database name is findjoomla. Okay. You'll notice it says advanced settings, and the choices are delete existing tables or backup old tables. If this is a new Joomla install, you don't need to change anything here. You'll just click Next. FTP configuration. This is very important, as Joomla uses an FTP file system layer to install most third-party extensions and components, as well as to update Joomla, install patches, etc. So we're going to click Yes, and we are going to input our FTP username, which in our case is findjoomla, and we are going to input our password. Now you'll notice here it says FTP root path. This is very important, and in most cases it will be either HTTP docs, and you'll notice how there's a slash preceding and a slash at the end. In most cases it'll be either HTTP docs or public_HTML. Sometimes it'll be www, and you can also click auto find to try and find the path. Here we put the FTP server's location, which in our case is findjoomla.com, the port number, which the standard port is 21, and if you'd like Joomla to save the FTP password, once you've finished entering this information, you can click on Verify FTP Settings, and it says the FTP settings are valid. You want to make sure that the settings are valid, because what this checks is the username, the password, the root path, the FTP host, and the port. So this makes sure that your FTP configuration information is correct. We're going to click Next now. Here's where we get to the fun part, site name. Site name is going to be Find Joomla. Obviously enter whatever your site name will be. This is all completely, you can change this after the installation, you know, but it's nice to actually put the name here while we're installing it. Saves a step later. We're going to put the email address and the admin password. Very important to choose a secure admin password and write it down, because if you lose your admin password, the only way to change it is by entering a new password into the MySQL database, which is not a trivial task, as soon as it's stored in the MySQL database, it is actually encrypted. Now you're going to see another choice down here. It says install default sample data, load migration script, and some other fields, old table prefix, migration script, and already uploaded the migration script, or the script is a Joomla 1.0 migration script. The bottom section here, load migration script down, is for if you are upgrading from Joomla 1.0.x to Joomla 1.5.x. We're not covering in this tutorial. However, if you visit howtosetupjoomla.com, we do have tutorials on how to upgrade your Joomla installation. So here we're going to click Install Sample Data. Sample data has been installed successfully. The reason we're doing that is because we're using, as you can see up here, the Shuffle template by UTheme. UTheme is a commercial template developer. They make some stunning templates. There's a few companies, UTheme, Rocket Theme, Joomlart, to name a few. There's some great Joomla templates that will save you a lot of time and effort. So we're going to click Next when we're happy here. And hey, we have now installed Joomla. Congratulations. You'll notice in red here it says, please remember to completely remove the installation directory. You will not be able to proceed beyond this point until the installation directory has been removed. This is a security feature of Joomla. So what you need to do is connect to your site again via FTP and delete the file folder on your FTP, on your web server, called installation. And in your root folder there's another file which is called install.php, and you'll have to remove that before you will be able to access either the administrator site or the public website. This concludes our tutorial on how to install Joomla. As you can see by the tutorial, it's very easy, and we wish you luck with your Joomla site. Remember, howtosetupjoomla.com. We have tutorials on just about every single administration task, both video tutorials and PDF tutorials. So be sure to visit our